On some of the goodies I bought at the Butler Hamfest. One of them was this nice Sony cassette deck model SRP-CT1. A couple of my friends said they'd never heard of that model number. Looks like a professional deck of some sort. And you get where it says direct drive 3 motor. And standard Sony, but it is just a 2-head deck. Got it for 25 bucks, so I figure if it works, great. If it doesn't, whatever. Has fully balanced audio I/O, nice big DB25 connector, and a standard computer power port. Plug in. Hit the power button and nothing, just the LED. But I had opened it up to see if it was something simple, and you have the power supply right over here, plugs in. But I noticed something. Kill the power while I'm working on it. And what I noticed was that. And it says that it's made for 230 volts. Which means it was probably made for the European market. Or Australia or something like that, not the US, which is why none of my friends had ever heard of it. But I also noticed this little circuit board. You might not be able to read that, but there's different voltages there going into the power transformer. And what has happened, what it is a voltage selector board. And what we are going to do is finish taking out these screws for it. So now that the board is loose, you can see it's upside down when it's on this connector, but you can see, kind of, if it focuses, that there are selectors for the different voltages, and it is currently set for 220, 230. So what I'm going to do is desolder the jumper, take it off, and move it down to 120, which is our US standard. You can also see it has 100 volt, which would be for Japan. And then we will power it back up. Okay, we've got the changed joint on the voltage selector board, and it's rehooked back up, but I am going to screw it back into place before I power it up. I don't want the 110 anywhere where it can ground out. So we'll check it in just a moment. Okay, here we are ready to start again. Power is all hooked up, as is the audio to my receiver there, set to an aux input. We hit the power button now. Of course, if I had left the cable plugged in, it would help. Okay, so now we have a power light, we have a linear time counter, and we are good. We will hit center the pitch control. It's nothing great. We'll hit, okay, it has an auto tape selector. And we'll hit play. There we go. And we've got Ray Stevens. Yeah, let's see if the pitch control works. Raised in the same little town, two different worlds. But I dreamed of taking her behind the wheel and fogging up the windows on her coupe de ville. Country boy, country club girl. Let's see if the tape search works. Sometimes this doesn't work on cassettes. Well, looks like it does. We will see. Yeah, it does. So, decent cassette deck for 25 bucks. Oh yeah, and as a little aside from this whole episode with this tape deck, the guy assured me that it had worked and he had plugged it in and seen it working, which was a complete lie because there was no way he could have plugged that into 240 volt power here in the US. So, and there was no way to plug it in where I was at. But hey, looks like we got a good one here.